You are listening to Lovely Talks Heavy. Hello everybody, and welcome to Lovely Talks Heavy. I am your host, Lovely, and I discuss everything I enjoy with regard to heavy music. It is officially the weekend before Valentine's Day, so why not put together a playlist? Love songs are no new invention in the world of music by any means, but can be a bit harder to spot within heavy music, or maybe it's harder for me personally to find stuff that isn't a love ballad, because I'm not a fan of any ballads. Okay, no. They toe a very thin sheet of ice for me. They better be good if it's a ballad. Anyways, even if it isn't a ballad, it's hard to find stuff that doesn't just start out all slow, and then just picks up instrumentation suddenly halfway to 3/4 of the way through the song, because there are a million of those. I'm looking at you, My Immortal by Evanescence. I'm looking at you. Rest assured, there are plenty of songs about love and sex within heavy music, and this episode I'm going to share with you some of my favorites and put together Valentine's playlist. You might be able to draw some inspiration from this yourself and take a few songs out of here for your own playlist. So, let's get to it, shall we? Oh, do I dare open up this playlist with the easiest, most predictable band to put on a Valentine's themed playlist? I sure fucking do. Right Here in My Arms by him is one of the most iconic songs of the band. Though I do have my prevailing issues with Brandon Bam Margera, if he hadn't heard this song on a trip to Finland, he probably would have never introduced the United States to this band that I certainly love and now miss. But anyways, I absolutely love this song. It evokes a feeling. It makes me positive that I'll find love in 2018. Even if it doesn't happen, the confidence is nice at least. The music video is very enjoyable, even though it's a rather simple setup. You have the band performing in a mirrored room in Villa Vallo, and a model are pining for each other through a two-way mirror. The best thing about this music video is the fact that it's like the only one that Linda doesn't have his dreadlocks in that will curse me for the rest of my days. I'm not a fan of Linda's dreadlocks. Anyways, this is definitely a first pick for any Valentine's playlist, or possibly mixtape or mix CD that you want to give to your crush or your lover or whatever. Number 1, it's on the album titled Razorblade Romance. Romance. The album's cover remains so iconic to me with its overtly pink color scheme, and that you have Villa Vallo lying in a come hither fashion, and also leather pants. Number 2, the opening riffs gently flutter like one's own heart lifting like butterflies as you fall in love. Number 3, the chorus is simple and catchy. She'll be right here in my arms, so in love. She'll be right here in these arms, she can't let go. She'll be right here in my arms, so in love. She'll be right here in these arms, she can't let go. Oh no. I got caught up there. Let's just move on to the next one, shall we? Let's sprinkle some symphonic metal into this playlist with the very fitting Valentine by Xandria. It's a vampiric love tale, or at least it can be easily interpreted as a vampiric love tale. Never once do the lyrics actually say vampire, but it does have lyrics like, "Drink the blood red wine of this gilded art, it is spilled from my own heart," and "It's so hard to see my face in the mirror's cold disgrace. I wonder what is this I have become." Like, hard to see my face in the mirror's cold disgrace because, like, typically, in the typical vampire lore, they don't have reflections, so it's, like, hard to see your own face in the whole mirror because reflections. Anyways, moving on. The song starts off very strongly and gets more intense with each chorus. While the music video does leave something to be desired as far as an actual storyline goes, the band performance portion of it is straightforward and simply beautiful. Put this song on your playlist if you're a prep for goth, prep for metal, goth for goth, goth for metal, metal for prep, or goth for prep to let that someone know how you feel. Let's get a little bit sexy in here. Just a bit. Just a bit. Just for now. Hailstorm surely aren't strangers to cover songs. Get Lucky, originally by Daft Punk, is already a fun song, but Hailstorm reimagined it beautifully with rock guitars and Lizzy Hale's stunning and organic voice. God, that sounds weird. I mean, okay, organic over the robotic vocals of Daft Punk because they have an aesthetic to maintain. And then there's Lizzy's organic voice because there's really not anything done to alter it. Anyways. Lizzy does not disappoint with her vocal range in the song. And more importantly, to me, anyways, the lyrics aren't changed to change pronouns. She's up all night till the sun stays right where I like it. It excites me as a certified LGBT plus person. Lizzy Hale is no coward. The lyrics aren't changed to he. I love it. I love it. Listen, Lizzy Hale, if you're out there listening right now, just feel free to hit me up anytime. My Twitter DMs are open to you. My Instagram DMs are open to you. Those are the only two. Oh no, my Tumblr messages are open to you too. Anyways, moving on. I know. There's literally a song called Love You to Death by Typo Negative, but I wanted to put Black Number 1 in here because, well, I'm literally about to get to that, so just listen up. Okay, thank you, goodbye. Wait, no, not goodbye. Stay right there. Stay right there. Stay right there. My thing about the song is that there's a particular fixation on the beauty of one girl and her love of the dark and herself. Of course, Black Number 1 is the hair dye she uses. It shows an adoration of the kind of girl that Peter Steele wants to be with, that he's singing about in the song. The kind of girl who does dye her hair black, who watches Nosferatu, who laughs when you call her evil. That's kind of the sort of girl I would be into, just a bit. Anyway, this is all done in a sort of style of film noir narration at first, and Peter Steele does amp up his vocals through the song, but you do still get that sense of storytelling in a narrative style, even if it is screaming at you at times. You also have the Addams Family style snapping in one of the drops in the energy, and that's just lovely. And I do love this song over the kind of love song that I described earlier that I dislike, with the slow going and then the amp up instrumentation that's all sudden. I don't like that, because the song does start slow, but it builds upon itself early on, and despite being 11.5 minutes long, it doesn't feel like a very long song at all, and it doesn't feel like it slogs on either. Not once through the song do I get the feeling of, when will this be over? Please, dear God, my family's dying. That can be easily had with some 3.5-minute songs. Maybe that could be just because I could listen to lyrics like love and you, love and you, love and you was like love in the dead, in the sweet, deep baritone of Peter Steele for so long, and just be comforted, just be relaxed by it, feel like there's no worries. I mean, I could listen to that forever. Put this song on your Valentine's list if you and your love wish that every day was Halloween. Good old goth and roll coming at you all the way from Finland. It's Dead Girls Are Easy by the 69 Eyes. This song takes the admiration of a girl in love with herself and the dark that you find in Black Number 1. It pumps it up with adrenaline and adds pornographic guitar riffs to it. There's no innuendo needed here. The song is straightforward. Dead Girls Are Easy, and it proves its point with pornographic moaning and the bridge of the song, and the sort of overall tone you get with the guitars, with the lyrics. There's nothing else needed to be said. Definitely add this song to your Valentine's playlist if you're any of the things like Prep for Goth, etc. that I mentioned with the Xandria song, right, and you're looking to get freaky. Let's just keep the sexy vibes going with Flesh by Huntress, okay? Alright, thank you very much. Jill Janis did mention that the song is about a witch hunting down girls and taking their flesh, but upon first impression, for me anyways, from the lyric video, from the straight up lyrics, you get that straight up sexual overtone. With that overt sexual overtone coupled with the meaning that Jill gave us, you get a more sexual, less campy, way less campy version of the song Candy for the Cannibal by Lordi. I like comparisons, okay? In the same way I got excited for Get Lucky by Hailstorm earlier, this song excites me because I get the feeling of being desired, even if it means my skin will get eaten by a sexy witch, which I'm okay with that a little bit, probably, maybe, who knows. Down in Ashes are a band near and dear to my heart, and I absolutely miss them. Fun story, I was in high school and went out ice skating once with a mentoring program I was with, and at the ice rink there was this radio station set up that had to stand there for the day or whatever, anyways, and they were giving out all these free CDs, just in a tote, just like, here, take them, we don't want them. And so naturally I went to that bin and I found, among a lot of other things, a fun little album with an interesting cover titled Sexy Machinery by Down in Ashes. The title track off that album is what's gonna go on this Valentine's playlist. I wanted to put Sexy Machinery on this playlist because I do know that Down in Ashes are significantly less known compared to plenty of other bands that I've discussed on this show in general. So basically, I'm half selling you on DIA and half adding a building block to this Valentine's playlist. I will say that if you're a fan of the conventionally thought of hard rock music, these boys are right up your alley. But let's talk more about the song though, because it is a good one. The song brings a bit of groove, thanks to the guitar of Koji Okazaki and bass of Eve Levine. Of course, the song is called Sexy Machinery, but the tone of the whole song, with the vocals of Kim Vincent, gives more of a sensual vibe versus an overt sexual one. It may not make you want to drop trow and do whatever it is people do to make children happen, but it can defo get you to the few steps right before that at least. Would You Love a Monster Man was part of the introduction of Lordi to the world. What would eventually become a group of quirky monster costumes winning Eurovision starts with this silly love song asking a simple question. The song first appeared on Lordi's first album, Get Heavy, and then was re-recorded for their hit album, The Rockalypse, which also features their Eurovision-winning Hard Rock Hallelujah. But as a result of this, the song has two different music videos, featuring two different incarnations of Lordi. Get Heavy's Would You Love a Monster Man takes place in a forest and features former bassist Magnum and former keyboardist Enery. Meanwhile, a Rockalypse's version takes place in a sort of haunted morgue situation and has bassist Ox and former keyboardist Awa. This song is perfect for your Valentine's playlist if you're a bit down on your self-esteem, like me, and want to ask your crush in a bit of sort of tongue-in-cheek manner if they would in fact love a monster man, like, haha, I get it, it's cause I'm like an atrocity to this earth, please love me. If Disney ever collapses and the millionth remake of Beauty and the Beast starts filming, this song is also perfect for that soundtrack. Who knows, maybe Mr. Lordi could be cast as the Beast. Who knows? Those are just a few songs on my Valentine's playlist this year. If you want to get a glimpse at a few more songs like what I discussed on this episode, I made a full playlist of songs for Valentine's Day on Spotify, so check that out. Listen to the rest of the songs like Only the Broken Hearts Make You Beautiful by Sonata Arctica and I Died For You by Iced Earth. I'll put the link in the description of this episode. What songs would you put on your Valentine's playlist? Is there a Valentine's mix you give to anyone in particular? Did I discuss any of your favorite songs about love and or sex in this episode? Hit me up on social media on Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, YouTube, and Mixcloud. I am Lovely Metalhead. Be sure that you're following me and that you're subscribed to me on those platforms. And be sure to share this episode with a friend if you like it. It means the world to me every time the show hits a new set of ears. Until next week, next Saturday, the next episode of Lovely Talks Heavy, you stay brutal, my friends. Bye.